Rising, everyone, and welcome back to Coffee Talk with me, Karen B, of course. As usual, today is Moonday once again. It is July 15th, 2024, and the moon is 67% waxing. On our way to full moon, but not quite yet. Let's see. Hello, Leo Slayer, and anybody else watching over there on Rumble, and of course, Rockfin, and YouTube. And for whatever reason, I don't know what happened, but when I went to start my stream, it says I'm not streaming on X. I've never had any issues like that before, so for today, I didn't go live on X. I don't know what that's all about. Stupid technology. My pit bull has a reservation at Executive Suite. Zulu, by the way, what meetup are you asking about? Because I have one of your meetups here. Are you talking about Atlantic City? September 13th? At Bally's Casino? Because I have it up. I'm not sure if that's the meetup you're talking about, or if you're talking about another one that you're wanting to promote. Oh, Lake Norman, I need to delete that one. That one happened already. Oklahoma, happening July 20th, so in 5 days from now. This Saturday, and then the following Saturday at Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. And then September 13th, Atlantic City in New Jersey. August 2nd through 4th is a Utah stargazing campout, etc., etc. I gotta check Mark's channel for more meetup stuff if he posted more. But I've had a very busy week. Busy. I don't think I've had such a busy week in such a long time. It's really burned me out. Been a while, had things to do, sorting out brother's death. Oh, sorry for your loss there, Danny Smith. Hot Vietnamese talk? What? Saw on Twitter, so it must be true. What happened? Make sure you tell all the haters how much fun we had on the lake. We did have fun on the lake last week. Yes, we did. Flat City, Atlantic City. Yes. Okay, see? Yeah, I already posted that meetup. Hello, all you lovely, lovely people. Yeah, it was fun. I made the lake... I made a little home movie of our little excursion on the lake where we rented a boat and went on the lake. And I made that video visible to channel members. So if you're a channel member, you can get a sneak peek at that video. It'll probably end up being public at some point here soon. So, there you go. Hello, Tony Coriolis, Jana, Sarah G, Stephanie, Chicago Artist, Liz the Iron Maiden, Valley Parks, Zulu One, NDB. Yes, all you fine, lovely people. Yeah. So what's going on? Did we have an exciting weekend? To the Upper Peninsula? Nice. UP's pretty squatchy, isn't it? I heard it's squatchy there. Hi, Cammy. Yeah. Nothing. No. It's funny because nobody can stop talking about how there was an assassination attempt on Trump. Hey, Ben. Hail. Be watching Coffee Talk over the Atlantic. It's gonna be awesome, Liz. We'll show you some cool places here in the Carolinas, since you'll be here for a while. Something about Trump getting a bloody ear. They allegedly missed Trump on purpose. Nothing going on in Flat Earth, but Round Earth has all kinds of stuff going on. Yeah. Frozen lake in Siberia. 395 miles long? Is that really how long that's a long lake. Now I gotta see, is that true? How do you spell that? B-A-I-K-A-L. B-A-I-K-A-L. Slightly larger than Belgium, Lake Baikal is the world's 7th largest lake by surface area, as well as 2nd largest lake in Eurasia after the Caspian Sea. However, because it is also the deepest lake, is the world's largest freshwater lake by volume, containing 22 to 23% of the world's fresh surface water. Interesting. That is a big lake. That is a very big lake. 395 miles long. Wow. Lake type. Ancient lake. Continental Rift Lake. Very interesting. That's a big lake. Fascinating. Hi, Gregory May. For those that listen to Cliff High, was there really an attempt? I don't think so. Staged. 10% of Earth's radius, right? So you should see lots of curvature from that lake, huh? Wonder if anybody's done picking up your glasses today so you can see your glasses. You gonna get your glasses? Yeah, so it's funny because, you know, they show the picture of the shooter and they always look like such a, like a weirdo, like a little, like there's something wrong physically and mentally with these people, always, right? They're always some weird little science experiment. Although what's interesting about this one is that they're already saying that the identity that they're giving for this dude is a lie, that it's not actually this Thomas Crooks person. It's actually somebody named Maxwell Urich, who is a Antifa member. Let's see if we can Maxwell Urich is a much more plausible suspect. The FBI wouldn't lie. Thomas Crooks reminds me more of Adam Lanza, Stephen Paddock, or other enigmatic mass shooters more than any political assassin. Above average, intelligent, quite shy, not seemingly acting in desperation or crisis, few apparent social ties, no obvious ideological motivator. The shooter, Thomas Matthew Crooks, was featured in a 2023 BlackRock ad. Did you guys see this? The BlackRock ad was filmed at Bethel Park High School, which Crooks attended. Crooks can be seen at the 19-second mark. So this is interesting here.
My name is Brian Dalo. I teach AP and honors economics in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Financial well-being to me is knowing that I can be free to do the things that I love to do.
So he was in a BlackRock ad. Trying to do analysis of this dude already. So there's all kinds of stuff coming out about this already. It's very interesting. Well, it's not very interesting, but you know there's always some shady shit going on in the background. His name is literally Crooks. I don't know what this picture's from. Is that Dahmer? Is that from the Dahmer movie? And both of his parents are counselors. What did they say about his parents now? It's all kinds of shady stuff. You know how it is. Of course, they found a crook to commit the attempt. Where did the ladder to the roof come from? 150 yards is an easy shot. I don't know about the ladder. Maybe... That's not... Did you see some of the random victim? Did you see the name of the random victim in the crowd? No, I did not. Squatchy. Hello, Annie D, over there on Rockfin. Why they always have 3 names? Yeah. Heard the supposed shooter was in an advertisement for BlackRock. Yes, that's what I just brought up. He was in an ad for BlackRock. But they're saying, let's see. How did Thomas Matthew Crooks end up in a BlackRock commercial? So yeah, that's pretty much confirmed. Leftist cries tears because the shooter missed Trump. See, this is like the worst part about smartphones. Everybody's got the ability to like cry on the internet and make them put themselves all over the place crying about stupid shit on the internet. Trump assassin video shows him crawling on the roof when multiple people point him out to police.
Yeah, someone's on top of the roof. Look. There he is right there.
Where?
Right there, see him? He's laying down. You see him?
Yeah, he's laying down.
I don't see
He was doing the job. I wouldn't even be doing this. I'd be at some beautiful place with the gorgeous ocean, the Mediterranean,
Look, they're all pointing.
the Atlantic, maybe the Pacific.
Yeah, someone's on top of the roof. Look. There he is right there.
Where?
Right there, see him? He's laying down. You see him?
Yeah, he's laying down.
Oh, right there.
And Scott, I'm here with you fighting like hell to get a Senate.
What's happening?
And to make sure we take back the White House, because if we do, we're going to make America better than ever before. We're going to make it.
Yeah, look.
And it's
There he
not
is.
easy, because we have millions and millions of people in our country that shouldn't be here. Dangerous people, criminals. We have criminals. We have drug dealers. We have people that should not be here.
On the roof.
It's much
Right there.
It happens.
You went flat on the roof again.
He was doing the job. I wouldn't even be doing.
Okay. I don't, how come you can hear him say wait, 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 but then you can't hear anything coming out of his lips when he's supposedly saying fight or fine or whatever? Also, do you guys recognize this dude? I can't help but keep staring at this dude in the background here. Do you guys remember this dude? This is weird. This whole thing is just so weird. And now they're all saying Trump turned his head, so, you know, that saved his life. Or else he would have got his head blown off in front of everybody.
Most importantly, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, Trump is a threat to this nation.
Whatever. And since when are women in the Secret Service? So the Secret Service chick is hiding behind Trump and she's supposed to be protecting him? Not that I believe any of this garbage. Let's see, is this
My name is Brian Dalo. I teach AP and Honors Economics in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Bethel Park
Financial
High School.
well-being
Wow.
to me is knowing that I can be free to do the things that I love to do. I hope when I retire someday, they say, you know, that guy made this place a special place to come to school and gave as much as he could to help the community.
He's definitely in a BlackRock commercial. Vincent Fusca is the guy's name. What guy's name? Can tell it's real because it looks so fake. Eat more salsa. Eat my salsa! The spell is on. It was all real. Luckily, his brains weren't all over the stage. All this extra is just shit on the cake. I believe. Ha! The guy in the background is the one who cute people say, thank you, Sue. I was wondering about that. The guy in the background is the one who cute people say is JFK Jr. I forgot his name. That's why I thought I recognized him. He's the one that, yeah, everybody, they try to say that he's Q, he's JFK Jr. He's like at every Trump rally. And it is kind of funny how he's always there, though. I thought that's who I was seeing too. I'm glad you said that. Okay, it's not just me. While the world was distracted with Trump, Israel bombed the UNRWA school. Of course they did. While the world's distracted with Trump, Israel's bombing more women and children. Bombing the shit out of children in Gaza.
I hear mixed. Some people are saying because Donald Trump is such an authoritarian, an autocrat, we have to win this election. This is not a normal election where you want to win. If you don't, you cooperate and do the best you can for the country and hope to win the next time. This is something that is undermining our democracy, and he must be stopped. He cannot be president. I hear
blah,
mixed.
blah, blah.
Some people are saying,
shut up, you old bag. Shut up. Undermining our democracy. Democracy is another word for communism. Prove me wrong. I hate these people who say, what about our democracy? Fuck your democracy. Democracy is mob rule. New footage of attempted Trump assassination proves rally attendees spotted the shooter in the roof before he opened president fire on. Yeah, there's a bunch of people saying that they saw him before. Elon Musk. Oh, look at this. Of course. I fully endorse President Trump and hope for his rapid recovery. Oh, Donald Trump took a bullet for this country. Yeah, sure he did. Now everybody loves Trump even more than they did before. They are really building Trump up as the hero. They're like doubling down. Remember, because they did that before, right? In the 2016 election. Oops. I hit my mic. And Candace Owens is saying that this was staged, that that the Secret Service let it happen, that the Democrats are trying to assassinate Trump, right? They're trying to assassinate Trump. Oh, is this I hate Trump, I hate Republicans? Is this supposed to be this guy?
My name is Thomas Matthew Crooks. I hate Republicans.
Internet troll.
I hate Trump.
Internet troll, it's not him. People love attention. Don't they? It's not very clear, is it? Playback speed. That didn't look like he was shooting anything at that moment. So here's the dude, right? Here's the dude laying down. I'm just slow down playback speed even more. 25%. I don't know, I can't really tell anything from that video. It's supposed to be him when he's firing the shots. Oh, here we go. This is the one I wanted to see.
Secret Service on all of these roofs here. I mean, this is not a big place.
Did you see, I mean, obviously everyone, when the shooting started, everyone was very panicked. Did you see what happened to him at all?
Oh yeah, they blew his head off.
Okay, sorry.
Secret Service blew his head off.
Okay, just be careful because we don't quite know who's watching, but you're pretty sure they shot the guy?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Yep.
You saw that happen?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Mark Violets. Who's Mark Violets?
They crawled up on the roof. They had their...
Witnessed this, and I'm so sorry to be talking to you in this tragic moment, but can you describe what it is that you saw?
I was attending the rally. I was in the set of bleachers, the very far left of the podium where Donald Trump was President Trump was speaking. I was there with friends. I heard several gunshots. The man beside me suffered a gunshot wound to the head, was instantly killed. Fell to the bottom of the bleachers. Another woman looked like she got hit in the forearm or hand. And then at that point in time, it was rather chaotic at that point because half the people were looking because they thought it was...
Is that it?
That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened. And that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened. And that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Looks like you fired a shot right there. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell what's going on in these videos.
You noticed the guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us.
My dog for
So we're
president.
standing there, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle.
A rifle.
We could clearly see him with a rifle. Okay, right here on the roof. We can see him from right here. We see him. He's crawling. I pulled him off the stage. I'm pointing at him for, 2-3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof. just standing there like this.
Up there for a couple of minutes.
He was up there.
You saw him up there for a couple of minutes.
Absolutely. At least 3 to 4 minutes.
And you were telling the police and the Secret Service?
We were telling the police. We were pointing at him for the Secret Service, who were looking at us from the top of the barn. They were looking at us the whole time when we were standing by that tree.
Could they see
binoculars?
Him? Could they see him?
Probably not, because the roof, the way the slope went, he was behind where they could see. But why is it?
See, I mean, obviously, everyone, when the shooting started, everyone was very panicked. Did you see what happened to him at all?
Oh, yeah, they blew his head off.
Okay, sorry.
Secret Service blew his head off.
Okay, just be careful because we don't quite know who's watching, but you're pretty sure they shot the guy?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Yep.
They shot the guy?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Yep.
You saw that happen?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And did you see them go up to him afterwards, or?
They crawled up on the roof. They had their guns pointed at him, make sure he was dead. He was dead, and that was it. It was over.
A rally attendee just claimed there were 2 shooters, one in the water tower and one by the fence.
He said no. On TV, they went sharpshooter shot to the left. He killed the gentleman in the water tower here. Now, when I called my husband at home, who's watching TV, he said, I thought Trump hurt his ear when he went to the ground. But he said no. On TV, they showed before Trump hit the ground, the ear was bleeding. So that sharpshooter went across. Trump turned his head. His ear must have been nipped, and it killed somebody in the stands over to the left.
Could you see anyone injured besides the blood on the former president?
All I saw was the gentleman from Beaver County who spoke earlier in the day, who was running for the State House Representative, Elmore. I know his name. He had a white shirt on, and I saw him come from that left stands where the people were mostly shot. I think there were several. They said 3 medevacs left here. Blood was down the right side of his... He wasn't shot, but you could see that he was next to somebody who must have been...
Secret Service were not able to see people pointing out sniper minutes before the attempt on Trump's life. A witness, the Antifa Italian dead assassin. What? But yeah, apparently they're saying that Thomas Crooks is not the real identity of the shooter. They're saying it's somebody else. That it's some Antifa dude named something else. Maxwell Urich. Let's search that name. How many of you are falling for the psyop that the shooter was Thomas Crooks and not Maxwell Urich? If you compare the graphic photo of the shooter laying on his side with that of the mugshot of Urich, you'll see the closed gauge on his right ear. Oh, this is person stupid because you're posting something from a troll too. Being fed a story. Of course we're being fed a story. We're always being fed a story. They claim shooter exists only in a BlackRock commercial and a graduation video. Maxwell Urich has a footprint going back a decade and a closer physical match. I mean, who knows? But it looks like, obviously they're just trying to make Trump look like he's for the people, right? Because if the establishment's trying to kill him, well, he must be a real threat to the deep state, right? Because you got Candace O on her show talking about, oh, they let this happen. They've been wanting Trump gone for a long time, and now they're trying to kill him, you know. It's just more of them trying to build up the hero, because whenever the people need a hero, we shall supply him, right? So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Oh, and see, people have not figured out that there's some guy, some loser, already trying to make videos to go viral saying that he's the shooter. Oh, it's so ridiculous. Social media of Maxwell Urich being cleaned out. What do you guys think? Jared from Subway? Can't imagine they stepped up their quality of crisis actors. Why did no one tell Trump? What? They stood down to let him get the shots fired off, in my opinion. Harley Guy is a great comment. That changes how you view the original interviews. Drone strike. Don't go down the shooter rabbit hole. We are talking about a people who believe JFK's magic bullet theory. Elvis did it. Yeah. Yeah, man, who knows? Bunch of garbage. Bunch of garbage. Scripted and staged. Yeah, I hear ya. Wait, is this the same shirt? Is this from right before this all happened? I don't get it. What is this picture from? Everybody's trying to match the ears. I know, because this guy had like stretched out ear holes, and then it looks here like maybe they tried to like sew it shut. But look at this weird like lumpy thing going on here. I don't know, man. Guys are all, maybe it's all a big distraction. What else is really going on? What's really going on behind the scenes? What's going on right now that none of us are seeing or paying attention to? They canoed his forehead with a .338 Lapua. Were bullets even used? it would be more productive to deep dive into crystals or Bigfoot. I agree with you, actually. I'm already bored with the Trump assassination, I'm not gonna lie. Assassination attempt. It's just so dumb. I wish that we had like an actual government that gave a crap about people, that they were worth, being involved with, but they're not. It's all just a bunch of garbage. They're just always trying to lie to us, trying to get us to take some poison, trying to get us to believe more BS. Like, they literally don't do anything that's good for the people. Nothing. They have made a complete inversion of themselves. It's just not even, it's boring. It's not even fun anymore. It's, yeah, you guys suck. 100%. What's going on Flatoberfest? The RNC? It's just a big show. They, whatever. Clearly it doesn't even matter who's president. Doesn't matter. I mean, to me that's been obvious for decades. It doesn't matter who's president. They're all trying to screw you. They're all trying to screw us. Nobody's trying to do anything to actually make this place any better. So yeah, I did go and I went and I took some great footage of the music camp. I need to still go through my video and edit it out and put something together for y'all, but I've been so busy. Thank you for calling Coffee Talk. You're on with Karen B.
Hey Karen B, Tony Coriolis.
What's up, Tony?
Hey, so I had something random to hit you with that I thought of, and just wondered if you had any thoughts on it. So someone said earlier that they were going to get glasses, and I'm a glasses wearer. Are you?
Yes.
Okay, are you I'm not sure which one's nearsighted or farsighted, but I'm the kind of glasses where I put glasses on to see stuff far away, and up close I can always see everything.
Okay, so you're nearsighted.
Okay. But then I just noticed, okay, so I go up out of town, and then I'm looking up at the stars, and then I take my glasses off, and I still see the stars where they are totally fine. And it's not like I have hardcore or bad vision or anything, but, if I take my glasses off and I look out at the road, it's way more blurry looking at someone driving into the town, which is obviously closer than the stars are. But, I don't know, just why would it be that I can still see them fine with my glasses off, the stars, compared to, seeing something far off, here on land?
I don't know. That's weird.
I don't know. I was thinking, I was kind of, drinking and everything, and I was like, maybe it's just because I'm so connected to the stars. That's why I can still see them, or because I'm used to how they look or anything, and I don't know. I was just kind of thinking about it. So just anyone, if you are also nearsighted, just take off your glasses and look at the stars, and you end up kind of seeing it the same. It's just something weird that I noticed.
Yeah. It could also be just that you probably look up or look at things far away more now than you used to, and your eyes are just getting better. Or if you do sun gazing, or if you're outside a lot, I feel like these things actually improve your eyesight, because my eyesight used to be a lot worse, and I used to need glasses to drive, and now I hardly ever wear glasses to drive, and I even passed my driver's license, eye test, even when I first got my license when I was 16, I needed glasses. So I think the more you go outside, the more you go outside and actually use your eyeballs, the better your eyesight gets, I think. That's why people have such poor eyesight, because we're now we're inside all the time, and we're not, outside looking at things under the sunshine like we are meant to. And I think that's why everybody's got such bad eyesight. And then it also probably has to do with like diet and nutrition and stuff too, of course, but
Yeah. And I did hear a little something going around, and I don't know, people have said, like, you should have nothing, you know, in your eye. It should just be your straight-up eye if you are trying to, like, strengthen your eye. But me working in the park, you know, I just have sunglasses on. But I heard some people saying that it's not too good to have them on all the time. And I think that's kind of right, but I don't know how exactly that's right. And then just kind of tailing off that, too, so I wear all prescription sunglasses. And I haven't changed my prescription since COVID started because I didn't want to go put a mask on to go get a new eye exam. So I was wearing all contacts, but now I'm just all glasses. And I feel like my eyes would have gotten worse if I kept on changing my prescription, you know, as I tell you to do. But since I've not gone and gotten it, I feel like my eyes have, I don't know. That's just another thing you don't believe what they say, because I know that my eyes would be worse if I was getting a prescription and stuff.
You know your eyes would be worse. What now?
I just knew that my eyes would be worse if I was getting a prescription, you know, every year, as they say you should.
Well,
but just since I haven't, I've kind of forced my eyes to stay in the same prescription.
Yeah, I think so, because if you keep going back every 2 years like they tell you to improve your prescription, well, then you keep being dependent on those glasses and stuff to see. You're not trying to see. You know what I mean? You're not even trying to use your eyeballs or trying to build those muscles back in your eyeballs. So there might be something to that. Of course, I'm not an eye doctor. I mean, I don't know, but I just noticed that for myself, sun gazing and like looking at stuff far away, actually using my eyeballs outside, I feel like that made my eyesight better for me.
Yeah. I even know one guy who said that, you know, he was just doing these, like, I guess, exercises where he focuses on something far and then he comes in close, you know, and just how much that really did affect his vision himself. And there's just a lot of questions to it. And I'm not rushing back to go get a new prescription. I'm just like thinking about it. But what do you think on wearing sunglasses? Do you think that's, as some say, bad for your eyes? What do you think on that?
Yeah, I've heard that. But I don't know. I haven't been wearing sunglasses myself for quite some time now. Pretty much ever since I started sun gazing and stuff, I stopped wearing sunglasses. I used to get prescription glasses that had the transition less lenses where they would turn into sunglasses outside. But yeah, I stopped getting those. I just started getting just the clear lenses, and I stopped wearing sunglasses. Although sometimes I wish I did have it because the sun is really bright. So, I mean, I don't really know for sure if that's bad for your eyes or not. I know that I heard that wearing sunglasses in the sun can make you get burned easier because of something about your eyes sensing the light so bright triggers your body to release some sort of natural chemical or hormone that helps you not burn so fast. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, and even when you said that right there, so I kind of start my day wearing like straight up clear glasses, and then as the sun comes up, I go and I switch to my sunglasses, which I have on now, and I was sweating bullets, you know, right before. Maybe it's just because I got more sun coming in, it's telling my body to sweat, but I don't know. I'm kind of sweating bullets all the time. Maybe I was just thinking that. But yeah, I just wanted to ask you those couple little questions. And I like that I heard on Globebusters, Zach Zabala said that he heard my shout out to play some games at Flatoberfest. So I already have stuff in works. Just ready to play some games with all these cool people.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Totally. Well, all right. Peace out, Karen B.
All right, Tony. Take care.
Later.
Cammy says she quit burning badly after not wearing sunglasses. 99% of the time people are looking from the horizon down, and this is causing lazy muscle behind the eye. Good remedy is to look up to your brow like trying to look at your own forehead and hold it there for short periods, which then exercises the muscle. Melatonin. Richard B says, I haven't worn sunglasses for over 4 years and I have noticed I don't burn as easily. Really? Well, there you go. Hi from Arizona. I wonder if we'll ever see the angle from his right ear to see if he actually got hit. I don't know. Not melatonin, melalin. Yeah, I definitely can vouch for sun gazing. Sun gazing definitely helped my eyesight, 100%. I wish I had better sun gazing abilities from my house though, because I'm surrounded by trees. I can't really see the sun until it's pretty high in the sky. Good evening, Chi-Chi. I have light-colored eyes and rarely wear sunglasses and tan as a walnut. Yeah, I've always tanned pretty easily, but I think that's just because of my complexion. So yeah, this week I will be working on, this was me, see I was watching Candace Owens' thing about Trump. I mean, it's just not interesting. It's just not, more of the same, blah, blah, blah. Can you people just stop trying to screw us all over? It would be great if you guys would just stop messing with us and let us live our lives and without being propagandized or poisoned or lied to on a daily basis. I mean, is that so much to ask for? Is that so much to ask for? Anyway, so what I'll be doing is I will be getting down. I have a lot of editing to do. Lot of editing to do this week, so that's what I'll be working on. I got to get a new promo out for the event. So far scheduled for the event, we've got Wits It Gets It, David Beverly, myself, Ben Balderson, Rick Hummer, and hopefully more to be announced as people find out about their scheduled availabilities. Also have music, live music, Chief Crow and the Flat Earthworms, One Big Love will be there, and hopefully some others. Stop the Op. Do you gaze totally natural? We're on a drought, actually. Here in the south, we usually get lots of rain, and we haven't got very much rain, and they're calling it a drought. If it doesn't rain here for a month, it's a drought. We live in the system and sacrifice freedom for comfort. Well, listen. Yes, they sounded good at 2020. They're always good. They always sound good. They always always sound good. I'll show you guys the music camp, a little bit of music camp video. Sorry, I'm kind of a space cadet today, I'll be honest with you. I got so much going on, it's hard for me to focus. But this is the music camp, you guys. This is the venue. This is the stage right here. This big white roof is the covered area for in front of the stage, and then the stage is the other little brown roof right here. So, stage area, covered area, open field in the back here. And as you can see, lots of trees. Fire pit down here, one of the many fire pits. And lots of little roads that go all around the property. Easy access. Nice little close-up of the stage area here. And this like little line here, you can see that's where the river is. The river surrounds the whole property. So you can only get in and out through the gate. Fire pit. So right there, there's the river. And then right here is the parking lot entrance to the venue. And they'll come through this gate here. We'll have a map. We'll have a whole map drawn out for you guys on where everything will be. Yeah, good times. Do you recall the bumper sticker that we saw that had MILF? What was the clever alternative phrase? Oh, it was called BLM. It said BLM and then it said bang local MILFs. The Who hushed it up? How the hell are we gonna party if we gotta leave at midnight? Only if you're not camping. Hey, Nathan. Only if you're not camping, no Despair Bear. If you can always camp there and then you don't have to leave. Because the gates close between midnight and 7 a.m. for security purposes. So if you're not camping, you gotta be out by midnight. I mean, it's not like everybody was hanging out that late at the other places anyway. You guys always find someplace else to go. You're not camping? For a non-existent downward vector? Okay, whatever. So what does that make you, Earthship Bear? Earthship, the Earth is constantly moving upward into infinite space, Bear? Even though you can't prove it? I mean, it's such a pointless conversation. Thank you for calling Coffee Talk. You're on with Karen B.
Hey, this is Dennis. What's happening?
Hey, Dennis, what's going on?
There's a lull in the traffic, so I'm not busy during Coffee Talk. I didn't bring any coffee today, though. Hey, I've got I've been drinking water as far as that goes. I told Ted Summer a couple weeks ago, I actually had to make new belt loops in my belt. First time that's happened in years, but looks like I'm losing weight. You know, out here in the sun drinking water all day.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I had one question. I know I don't know if it's the first time you've been asked this year, and it's not as a joke this time, though. You're probably tired of getting asked this question. Yeah, and there's a reason I'm asking this, I promise. But is David Weiss going to be at Flatoberfest?
I don't know. Ask David Weiss.
Okay. The reason I was asking, I'm just looking at my I'm talking about that 5-part video documentary that I recorded earlier this year.
Mm-hmm.
I guess to get to the chase, I don't think I'm going to do the I haven't put it out yet because I was going to do all this editing. I think that's not a bad idea, but I just it takes money and time, and it already has the content and lots of content that the Flat Earth movement has been since 2015. That it's been missing a lot of historical stuff that it's never had, and the gimmicks and stuff. I don't know. That's just both for financial and for lack of interest on my part. It's like a knife that's rusty, but it's got a sharp blade and it cuts. As far as I'm concerned, I don't care about the gimmicks. I know that gets more viewership probably, but it's I've got an old school. The video is like old school with just me giving a lecture, and it's got the content. But if I got to put the content, I'm just know my own limitations. It's going to be 10 years or more from now if I do it the right way, all out, like one of these snazzy videos. I don't want to be 70 years old when I do it. That's what people like, Eric Dubay and Mark Sargent and others that make YouTube videos are for. They can, if people are, like Mark Sargent says, if people are that dumb that they need somebody to interpret it, I speak in plain English. But anyway, the upshot is I think I'm going to put it out sooner rather than later, just to be done with it, and so people can have it and move on. So hopefully before Flatoberfest, but Mario Garza's he's the filmmaker. He was at the last Flatoberfest in Vegas. He's gonna send it to me next week. He's the one that taped it with me earlier back in March, and hopefully it'll be out on Mark Sargent's channel next week. I asked about David Weiss because I was going to ask him if he's there, if he wants to take a look at it, maybe put it on his channel.
Okay.
But I know you get. Forgive me. I thought it was a little bit funny when there's sometime when last year when people ask you like, is David Weiss going to be at Flatoberfest? And you were like that guy in The Princess Bride when he said, Inigo, my name is Inigo Montoya, and you were like the other guy that was like, stop saying that. So, Anyway,
I know, but people want to know. They like to talk to these people in real life that they don't normally get to talk to. But yeah, sometimes after someone asks you like 100 times, it does get a little old.
All right, we'll let you go, and thanks. Looking forward to it.
All right, thanks, Dennis.
All right.
So that's cool. Dennis is going to have his history of Flat Earth put out, which is cool. Mario is the best, says Artisier. Yeah, that's cool. I bet he'll do a good job. Go till 4 a.m. FE Nation says, I saw the star Spica in front of the moon. I'm sorry, I don't believe that there are stars in front of the moon. Stars are not in front of the moon. I'm sorry, I just disagree. There's certain features on the moon. There's little spots on the moon that are brighter than other spots on the moon. And they appear to be not part of the moon, but they are. I've yet to see anybody show me any credible video of stars in front of the moon. It hasn't happened yet. I know, Ben, I'm so sorry that I was such a deadbeat with you guys on Saturday. I was trying so hard to stay awake. I've seen stars through the moon. Well, I don't believe you. I know, a lot of people say that, but I've yet to see any credible evidence of it. I'm sorry. I want to see stars through the moon. I'm open to this. I want to see this. I've never seen it. Every time I see it, or somebody shows me video of it, it's actually a feature of the moon where there's like a little bit of darkness between that feature and the actual termination line on the moon, and everybody thinks it's a star, but it's not. I saw it beside, but didn't wait for them to occult. Listen. Show me proof of stars being in front of the moon or seeing stars through it. Let's see it. I've never seen it. It's on a flag, that's why so many people want to believe it. Yeah. May have been before you were born, right? I mean, I've looked at the sky a lot. I've spent a lot of time looking at the sky, looking at the moon, looking at the sun. I don't see any freaky deaky stuff like you guys say you see, so. Spherical geometry is often considered the three-dimensional version of planar geometry. Seems like Crow would have caught it by now if it happens. Exactly, Annie D. Exactly. I just don't believe it. If anybody thinks they have compelling video of such things, you can email it to me, KarenBFE@protonmail.com. I do look at stuff. If anybody has a genuine question about something, or you want me to look at something, or you want to challenge me on something, email me, man. Email me. I'll look at stuff. Look, Boston Ray emailed me a whole bunch of playlist of mud flood stuff. I went through 4 of those videos, which, by the way, none of them had any evidence of anything. They all just talk a bunch of shite. Sorry, Ray. I did not see proof of anything in any of those videos. It's like people just take pictures like, oh, look at this machine, it has a ball on the top. And this building, it has a ball on the top. That means it's free energy, man. If it has a ball on top, it means it's got free energy. Anyone confused about this, listen to episode 190 and then contact Dave Marsh so he can explain it to you. You're seeing ridges of the so-called craters and he can demonstrate it. That's what I'm saying, Rose. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's just weird features on the moon. So negative, the Earth is flat. I'm not negative, man. More like a sound resonator. You know, it's just... And then one of those videos I thought it was hilarious. I think these videos that talk about this Tartarian subject, you know, it's just so funny. All these people, there's so many random people around, and they get on streams and they just start saying all of this stuff, and then they say it in an English accent, and then everybody thinks it's so brilliant, and that they must be telling the absolute truth about everything, and that they have for sure exposed the true history of Tartaria and the one world empire that used to be here before us. And they harvested the free energy. It's everywhere. It's so obvious to see once you look at it with the right type of eyes. So today we're going to talk about the lighthouses, the Tartarian lighthouses. And here, the first Tartarian lighthouse we're going to discuss is in Greece. In the Mediterranean. Even though Tartaria was a landlocked section between Russia and China, it's not even known for having any sort of ocean coastline, but we're going to talk about Tartarian lighthouses. I mean, dude. You know, it's just like, how are you supposed to take any of this stuff seriously? There just must be some way to manipulate magnetic forces into energy on a big scale. Magnetic forces are freely generated. I mean, you know, listen, there probably is a way to harness energy and at a much lower cost, if not free. I'm not against these ideas. I mean, Nikola Tesla talked about it. Clearly, you know, with JP Morgan and these big energy company conglomerate corporations, like they're some of the most dangerous, most wealthy. I mean, look at PG&E in California, the influence they have over the entire state. These energy corporations are definitely making a killing. They're, you know, harvesting, they're creating energy at a fraction of the cost, and then they're upselling it, and they're just making billions. Like, I get it. I agree, right, that this is all, there is some sort of scam going on, but man, people just make wild claims about stuff. They act like, you know, like in that That stupid old world order movie. Well, you just open up your little device in the forest, and then you just start levitating bricks around, and then you just start building a castle with your free energy device. Like, I think they just take it way too far. Way too far. Thank you for calling Coffee Talk. You're on with Karen B.
Hey, Karen. I just got Karen B'd yesterday by a content creator on BitChute, who I've been, like, really super in line with and friendly with in comments over her content for the past couple of years. But all of a sudden she posted a video about not only Tartaria, but now they're extrapolating it so far into Fantasyland that they're saying, oh, and because we had this free energy grid everywhere, and everyone was so happy and it was so wonderful, and, you know, the buildings, and no one had a care in the world, and no one had to work for anything, and et cetera, et cetera. Have you heard the one where that must mean Jesus Christ has already returned? We've already had the second coming. You've heard this one?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So this video that she posted, it wasn't her content, but she reposted it. It was all about that. It's like the ultimate extrapolation of Fantasyland, in my opinion. And so now things are so horrible in the world, not because we're entering the end times. Now it's because we're in Satan's little season, which is a strange saying, or a strange thing in the book of Revelation.
Mm-hmm.
No one really understands why that's going to be. Anyway, I just thought it was interesting because the comment section on this channel is really, really great. She's awesome about people. If you're not negative, you're not trashing other people. She loves, you know, kind of debate or dissenting opinions or whatever. Nope, not with this one. And like I said, usually I'm totally in line with the content, but I've seen other people, you know, have back and forth and interesting conversation because of it. But as soon as I did that on that video, in a very nice way, by the way, I was just pointing out a couple of things I was wondering about. Nope, instant deletion. People get so married to it.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
You're shattering their world or something.
Oh, yeah.
Or I was. Yeah, but I just thought that was...
So she believes that we are living in Satan's little season?
Apparently, because my comment got... so I guess so.
Yeah, there's some flat earthers pushing that too.
Yeah,
I've seen it,
and I'm open to that because, you know, end times prophecy is all over the place, and you know where I've landed with that is not to worry about it too much. But I'll listen to people's different opinions about it, I guess. But it's just too much like strange, mysterious code. It's kind of like gematria. I'm the same way about that, always have been. It can be kind of interesting, but then people go nuts with it, and they see numbers and everything, and they just make crap up with numbers all the time. People see 666 everywhere, and they just kind of make up sums, like this plus this minus this divided by this equals 6,
yeah.
And then this plus this equals another 6. It's like, wow. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, see, I don't really like gematria too much because, I mean, I was pretty good at math in school, and one thing I learned in school is that there's all kinds of math tricks to make it come out to whatever number you want it to come out as, you know.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
you know, like add your birth dates and multiply by 2 and subtract 4 and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, and it always comes out the right way. Well, there's so many tricks with numbers. Like,
you can do whatever you want, kind of like the Tartaria thing. You can just make up whatever you want, and yeah.
Well, and they do with the globe model. Oh, but all the math works out. Oh, sure it does, buddy.
Never mind that Einstein had to make up this thing to make his equations work, and he said, we'll just call it the cosmological constant. And then, it doesn't work again a few years later. We'll just add this dark energy. Now it works.
Mm-hmm.
And then it happens again. We have to add something. We'll just call it dark matter. Now it works.
Mm-hmm.
They did it 3 major times to make their bullshit work. They just made crap up out of thin air. It always makes me think, well, okay, when I was in trigonometry and pre-calc in high school, I didn't get to go argue with a teacher when I got something wrong and just make up some numbers and say, see, now it works.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's right. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. Now it's kind of getting spiritual with Tartaria fantasies.
Yeah, but their stuff. If you listen to what they say, which they contradict themselves all the time, a lot of what they say does not agree with scripture. So when I see these Christian people, Christian flat earthers talking about Tartaria and all this stuff, I'm like, but did you guys know that doesn't align with scripture? You guys are actually pushing stuff that contradicts scripture. I just think it's funny.
What specifically are you referring to? The Satan's Little Season thing or something?
Well, mud flood crap.
Oh.
Specifically mud flood, there was a world, first they said there was a worldwide mud flood, and then now there was a mud flood during this reset, and there was a mud flood during that reset, and it's like, you guys, so basically, you think that's what happened instead of the actual biblical flood? I mean, because you can't, how many floods were there? You know what I mean? It's
right.
like, you can't just make up a flood for everything that happened, and to me, it's just doesn't make sense.
Even that term mud flood, I've never heard of such a geological occurrence before all this Tartaria stuff. Is there even such a natural event as a quote unquote mud flood? Like just mud oozing everywhere, I guess?
No.
Even that doesn't make sense.
It would just be a normal flood, because that's what happens when floods happen, right? Floods carry sediment and mud and dirt and water. Right? Like that's just part of flood. So it's just,
I don't know why they
because it rhymes and it's catchy and everybody, people love their little catchy neurolinguistic programming terms that they can repeat over and over.
Well, all I know is after I saw that yesterday, yet another video about the millennium already happened. It kind of pisses me. I'll be pissed if I miss Jesus Christ.
I know, right? Well, there's other things too that are described in Revelations that kind of, it just doesn't really line up, which is why I don't think it has taken off even bigger than it already is.
Yeah, I don't think they could erase 1,000 years of Jesus Christ ruling over the earth physically. I don't think they could erase that just in 100, 200 years. Fine.
Yeah. I agree.
Anyway, okay. That's all I
right.
got. Just to let you know I got Karen Bead yesterday.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks
bye.
for calling. For me, the Bible says the first grandest kingdom of Babylon was worldwide, so the whole discovered North America is part of the cover-up in my mind. It's possible. Thank you for calling Coffee Talk. You're on with Karen B.
Hey, this is Dennis again. Hey, could I be permitted to make one more comment? It's because you're talking about Tartaria.
Okay.
My comment has to do with it being an alleged massive empire in Asia. Do I understand that correctly? In ancient times, like, would that be shortly after the flood of Noah, or when abouts was that?
Wait, what now?
Just the Tartaria scenario. Do they posit that there was this massive empire in Asia or worldwide or whatever after the flood, shortly after the flood, or before the flood?
I actually don't know if they say it's before the flood or after the flood, because they don't have like a cohesive story.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
At any rate, I don't know if that before the flood, they could make up whatever they want, but they do anyway. But I just wanted to say, as far as after the flood, that does not jive with history anywhere. I just want to say from my own researches, and this is the point I'm calling, the biblical timeline does match up with the descendants of Noah I'm talking about, listed in Genesis chapter 10 and chapter 11. His three sons, Sem, Ham, and Japheth, that had like 70 or 72 nations. I think that's depending on whether you read the Masoretic text or the Septuagint. But anyway, those 70 nations, descendants of Noah, that went out to people the world after the flood. What I'm saying is, I've looked. I usually go by the Septuagint and the timeline. I got dove deep into the chronology and the ancient history of two different countries, especially China and Egypt. And the thing that I've got, the commonality in both of them, is that I'll just say a little bit of detail, but to illustrate what I'm saying. But the commonality is that neither one of them started off as some massive empire. It's families spreading out and going places. Like a handful of people. It takes time to multiply, and over centuries and millennium, that's when eventually they got these massive empires. Mm-hmm. But they didn't start off, and that's logical. That makes sense. The Roman Empire, that came along much later in history. If you look back in history, the empires were less massive. I know there's a Manetho, talking about Egyptian history. There's this priest from shortly before the time of Christ. I forgot, around the 1st century BC. But anyway, around then, I forgot his exact date, but it's close to that. Manetho, and he wrote a history of all the dynasties of Egypt, and that's used as the basis for how we know the different dynasties of Egypt from the beginning. And the Egyptologists have actually found out accurately in the 20th century, when they were trying to date these. They date them to around 3000 BC, which matches up with the Septuagint. The oldest Septuagints match up with Josephus, the flood being around the year 3250 BC, 3258 to be exact. But anyway, I don't need to be exact pinpoint, but just that the 3000 BC matches up with that for the Egyptologists, and the Chinese history goes back to about the same time. I'm saying that these two, the other nations, civilizations are also, but in Manetho's kings list, the very earliest ones, it's not like a continuous line. It's from different like you'll have I don't have it right in front of me, but the first few dynasties, and some Egyptologists mistakenly thought that it was a continuous line. It's not that. They'll have a dynasty from this region, from Upper Egypt, and another from Lower Egypt, and then eventually there was a point where they were all merged into a common Egyptian empire. So it was, the point I'm getting at, the flow of history was not from some massive empire from the beginning. It came later on as the governments, they didn't begin right after the flood with these massive governments that controlled everybody. That's false. The documents, the historical evidence does not say that. And it's the same thing in Chinese history, also the Han Empire, which was the same time as the Roman Empire. They didn't start off with a massive empire like that. It was something called the Five Emperors, and that's what they're called, but then the three sovereigns before that. These were tribes, not these massive empires, but they were the origins of the Chinese people, which I won't go into the detail right now, but there's historical evidence that the Chinese are descended from Japheth. The same father as in other words, the European peoples, Japheth and the Russians. That's who the Chinese came from. Anyway, that's all I got. And Tartaria, it's obtuse. They don't have a clue about that whole theory.
Yeah. All right, Dennis.
Thank you. Forgive me.
All right. Thanks.
All right.
Is the content on Mud Flood made as observations or statements of cohesive story? They don't have cohesive anything. In my opinion, Tartari's actual peoples that were in history just turned into roaming tribes of Mongols and North American Indian, but actually were the remnants of the empire after its fall. What empire? That's the thing. What empire? I don't say Tartaria didn't exist. It's just not what these people are saying that it is. Lots of mud and bottom of buildings buried in the past. Many cities have undergrounds. Yeah, I know. Sacramento has two. Sacramento was buried in a mud flood, and rebuilt twice, and it's not a secret. Also, Sacramento is right there on the river in the valley of California. So it's a very low elevation. I'd like to see some of these cities buried in mud flood that are like on top of a mountain or something. It's just that, I don't understand why everybody thinks that they're part of like some grand, like, reset cataclysm induced by some mystery advanced race, which is like what they try to say, which is ridiculous. I mean, that makes you have more questions than answers, if of anything. And also, like, doesn't anybody think about what happens to the land when a population comes through and starts cutting down all the trees and clearing spaces and putting up buildings and disrupting the ecosystem, the natural flora and fauna. So if you come and you clear cut, a bunch of woods and forests, and now you don't have anything there to hold the dirt in place anymore, and then you get a few years of some big heavy rains, and it washes all that dirt down where? Downstream. I mean, you're talking about places that were being industrialized and cleared out en masse. I just don't. To me, there's nothing that. There's no big mystery. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I just can see on the maps that North America has tartar on the what? Urban map? The Urbano map? Let's see. I'm gonna rotate this so I can have America facing upwards. Appalachian. I know that it says Appalachian on here. Nova Francia, Canadian province. So France was already up here in Canada. Some of the lakes are in a weird spot. Rubicon. Terra Incognita. California. So this was already called California. California is an ancient name because the California shows up on these maps pretty early on. Sierra Nevada, right? Here says Sierra Nevada, and of course those are the Sierra Nevada mountains in the California. So Sierra Nevada's on here. I don't recall seeing anything that said Tartaria on the American part of this map, so that's why I want to look, because I don't recall seeing that. I still don't see it. Guadalupe. Terra de Norimberga. Larcadia. Florida. Grenada. Yeah, I don't see any Tartaria. Hispania. Cuba, Isola Cuba, Bermuda. So they already knew where a bunch of these were. Yeah, there's no Tartaria in America on this map. This is weird though. This island right here, that's like between California and Russia, right? Like, what is that supposed to be? That's weird. Giappone Isola. So that's an island. Giappone. I don't know where that is. That's weird, right? So this is something that's interesting. We got the 4 islands in the center. California etymology Latin descriptive is hot furnace. Well, caliente is hot, so that makes sense. Tartars in Russia. Yeah, I know. So, anyway. Yeah, over on this side is where you should start seeing tartar. But it's upside down. This map's hard to read even when it's right side up. So let's do this. I'll turn it around again. Tars. Delhi. So India already had Delhi back then. Bargo. Tartary. Here we go. Zagatai Tartary. I know there was like different Tartaries. Kind of like there's different stands. Like Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan. Actually, I can't even find very much Tartarian names here. Tart. Here we go. Tart. Here we go. Tart. Tart. Scambini Tart. Tartary. Oh, here we go. Here's more Tartary right here. So it's like, yeah. But there's no Tartary on America. It's hard to fathom that there is no big land masses on the Pacific Ocean. Yeah. I dip my fish in tartar. Stan means land. I wonder what tartar is there. Do we look up etymology of tartar before? Let's look. Tartar, late 14th century, inhabitant of Tartary, medieval Latin, Tartarus, from the Persian Tatar. In reference to the hordes of Genghis Khan, said to be ultimately from Tata, a name of the Mongols for themselves. The form of the word in Western European languages was influenced from the start by association with Latin Tartarus, or hell, as in the letter attributed to St. Louis of France. Present danger of the Tartars, either we shall push them back into the Tartarus whence they are come, or they will bring us all into heaven. Tartan, woolen fabric. Yeah, there's really nothing there. post a picture of a book. What book? Savage Person. Yeah, I know I read some old books where they were describing, there's people talking about going to Tartary, and they were calling the people savages, that they were barbaric, barbarians. Regarding the mud flood, evidence of the first floors of some buildings now being underground. Some cities were later revealed after they were built to remove the low areas which flooded. Japonia, Isla, maybe Japan, islands, maybe. Oh, yeah. That is a good point, but wow, what a crazy looking Japan though, right? Japonia, yeah, Japan, you're probably right. But boy, that makes Japan look really big. Really big. It's not even this correct shape. So that's interesting. So talk about Tokyo. No. Travels in Tartary, 1845. Let's see. Travels in Tartary, Tibet, and China. Okay. Mongolia. China. Oh, limited preview. That's all I get. Two French Vincentian missionaries on a journey to Lhasa, capital of Tibet. After many months of arduous travel, they arrived in that city in January of 46. Their journey is the subject of this rich, remarkably animated narrative. Asian travel adventure. So this just talks about them going to Tartary and what they experienced. Okay. Doesn't want to let me look. Japan, pretty big, goes from Alaska to the tropics longitudinal. Thank you for calling Coffee Talk. You're on with Karen B.
Hi.
Hi.
Tell her to say hi. Hey, Karen B, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, pretty good. I had a little one that wanted to call you and let you know something.
Okay. What is it?
Oh, Owen, come here. Oh, no, he's quiet. Owen.
Hello?
You gonna tell her? Oh, he's nervous now.
Oh.
All right, well, I was trying. Maybe we'll try another time.
Okay. Call me back
All right.
anytime.
Sounds good. Keep crushing.
Okay. Bye. I don't know. I thought somebody was gonna troll me. Vincent means to conquer or overcome. Well, what is so interesting about the book? I mean, there's lots of books that people, if you can look on archive.org. I've done it. I've spent some time. You can look on archive.org and you can see there's a bunch of books that people wrote about their travels, their adventures in Tartary, or their travels to Tartar. Probably because that place had such a crazy reputation that was like the edgy thing to do back in the day, was to go travel to Tartary and go walk amongst the barbarians. Tartaria did cover most of Europe at one point, but it was controlled by force. Pay me and I won't attack you type protection. They were not colonizers. Look at your Facebook Messenger. Who, me? What is that? Russian fairy tales. Muscovite folklore. Muscovite folklore. Okay, let me open this thing. Hold on. The other regarding at least a great part of them as foreign importations. Oriental fancies, which were originally introduced into Europe through a series of translations by the pilgrims and merchants who were always linking the East and the West together, or by the emissaries of some of the heretical sects, or in the train of such warlike transfers as the Crusaders, or the Arabs who ruled in Spain, or the Tartars who so long held the Russia of old times in their grasp, according to former supposition. These very stories, the Marchen, which nurses still tell with almost the same words in the Thuringian forest and then in the Norwegian villages, and to which crowds of children listen under the pipal trees of India, belong to the common heirloom of the Indo-European race. Okay. Tartaria. Yeah, I sent pics from an ancient Russian fairy tale book. Really fucked up fairy tales in that book also. I mean, super mental. They encompass China, not savages. Well, listen. All the old stuff that I've read says that they had a bad reputation, man. They were barbarian. They were savages. That's what I read. Anybody got any other stuff? Hey. The Mongols won almost all Asia and Europe, but got defeated in Vietnam. It's the Huns. Yeah. Closed mind, all done. It's not a closed mind. I just haven't seen any evidence. See, it's not a closed mind if I don't look at the data and come to the same conclusion. Then what? I have a closed mind? Come on. Thank you for calling Coffee Talk. You're on with Karen B.
Forgive me for calling you 3 times in the same day. This is Dennis again.
Hi, Dennis.
You said if you got any other stuff, and in the spirit of what I said before about things starting off in early history after the flood, excuse me, just eating lunch, but things starting off humble and later building up. Well, just now you were talking about travels between the East, like China, and India and other places further west, like the Roman Empire, and like along the Silk Road. And I just wanted to make one comment about that from a well-known ancient historical source that gives shed some light on the historical development of that. That's basically along the same pattern of what I'm saying of how empires didn't come at first. They gradually, the governments built up. Well, trade was kind of the same way. What I'm referring to, there's this ancient Greek historian, I think his name is Strabo, the geographer, Strabo, Strabo, and his what he covers basically, he said this about his own historical work: the period between Alexander the Great, immediately after Alexander the Great, to the rise of the Roman Empire. He's around 1st century BC or 1st century AD, Strabo. And basically, all that time of all those empires that all those kingdoms that Alexander's empire was split up into, he says of himself, and I think with a lot of accuracy, he covers that period of all those better than any other single ancient historian. Now that's just giving the framework of what Strabo's geography covers. It's a history of all over the place for that period, late antiquity. And but getting more specifically to what I was saying about the trade and travel between the East and West, he talked about the trade between the Roman Empire and India and over the sea route. And there's a passage in there, I don't remember the exact wording, in Strabo's geography, where he said that around the time of the Roman Empire, around 200 BC onwards, there began to be regular trade between Egypt, which is part and the West, and India. And before that, when it was, or I don't remember the exact, 1st century, 2nd century BC, But before the Roman Empire, when it was just Greeks, or even before Alexander the Great, when it was independent Egyptians, that Strabo said that trade was much more. It did happen occasionally, but it was much more rare back in further ancient times and remote antiquity. It was only when you got the Roman Empire that it began to be a regular thing. And I think after that, after Islam came, they kind of continued what the Romans did, in the Indian Ocean and all. But the point being that trade, it wasn't all over the place from right after Noah's flood. After the empires, Roman Empire or Han China and all built up, that's when that trade increased. So the pattern was the same as far as this travel, that ancient travel. That's interesting, but the records are more sparse. Anyway, that's all I got.
All right. Talk to you later.
See ya.
They're nomadic. Yeah, they were hardcore. Think about it. They lived in a very sort of in a landscape that was not very forgiving. They used horses, and we also know, that those people are also known for hunting with eagles and horses. Yeah, and shooting arrows from horseback. Not that they weren't like some hardcore people. I just don't think it's, wasn't worldwide. At least I haven't seen anything that definitively proves for me that it was some sort of worldwide thing. Not for lack of looking. Tell you that. You see Nagasaki? Yeah, somebody else said they saw Nagasaki. Let's see. Where's Nagasaki? Right here? Nagasaka? Just such a crazy shape for the island, though, right? How old is Tokyo, though? How come Tokyo's not on here? It's curious, right? Tokyo was originally a village called Edo, part of the old Musashi province. Edo was first fortified by the Edo clan in 1457. So does it say Edo here? Here, I gotta turn this around because I can't read it. I don't see Ito on here either. Nagasaki. There's Nagasaki's written on here in a few different places. Interesting. It's weird. I don't see any of these names. Makes you wonder. I don't know, man. In the green area, a little above the red part. Right here, Nagasaki. Yeah, and then it says it right here too. Nagasaki over here. I do not see... I don't know, man. And it's hard too because the shape of this island looks nothing like what Japan looks like on today's maps. Like absolutely, it's like completely different. So I feel like it should be like over here somewhere, but I wouldn't even know. Yeah, weird. I don't know. Blocked you? What are you talking about? Did you call the right number? 'Cause my call. Just stepped on a bee. I've done that twice. Yeah, Tokyo, formerly known as Edo, but then I don't even see Edo on there. I don't think you're calling the right number, No Despair Bear. I gotta get out of here soon. And I got a lot of work to do. Got a lot of work. Alright, you guys. I think I'm gonna split. Alright, Flatoberfest is coming September 27th to the 29th. Sorry I'm not very exciting today. That's just how it goes sometimes. Sometimes life is just not exciting. It's boring. One of the most interesting things about this map is the orientation of Greenland compared to the center, compared to Canada as a center point, or Greenland beside it. Yeah. Yeah, things are all weird here. I mean, we have to remember this map was made around 1500. So I don't think everything's going to be quite accurate. They do still have the 4 islands in the center, and Greenland's over here. Terra Verde. Groenland. Not quite the center point, but up near the center point. Pretty much the same way as they have it now. Well, placed a little bit differently, but you're exciting to me. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Is anybody going to go to the South Pole? Are they going to go to Antarctica this December? Do you think it's going to happen? I'm starting to think not. I want them to go though. I would like to see some more data from there. Yeah. Yeah. All right, you guys. Yeah, Flatoberfest. Music, exhibits, learning, presenters, fun times. A true Flat Earth festival. Relaxed Monday vibe. Yeah, totally. All right, you guys. Have a wonderful week. Yeah. Maybe we'll see you guys Thursday for Globebusters Tech. Saturday for anti-religious scripture study. And then I'll be working on my edits, my new promos, all my stuff this week. I got a lot going on behind the scenes work that I gotta do. Yeah, enjoy the sunshine, you guys. Get out there. Look at this, you know, use your eyeballs, exercise your eyeballs, improve your eyesight by going outside and looking at stuff outside in the sunshine. I really do believe that is helpful. So, all right, you guys. Peace. And for those who wish to send me stuff through snail mail, you can send it to P.O. Box 10, Earl, North Carolina, 28038. There are also links below for Flat Earth merch, and you can send me donations, and I do appreciate all the support. Sincerely, thank you very much. Also, please go to flatearthfestivals.com for all information about upcoming Flatoberfest and Flat Earth-friendly local meetups. If you are organizing a local Flat Earth meetup, email me at flatearthfestivals@protonmail.com with your meetup information to have it listed on the website for free. For everything else, you can email me at karenbfe@protonmail.com. Thank you for being here.